The Mandalorian Season 3 might still be happening, although it is unclear as to what exactly is going on. There's a lot of confusion, especially because in a recent interview, Pedro Pascal, who plays Din Djarin, of course, I guess he slipped up and stated that they haven't yet begun filming Season 3, which is actually to the contrary of what we've been hearing for some time, that, Season 3 is already in production, that it's still in the works, that it's going to happen, and now it's all just kind of up in the air. Now, I guess that this isn't too surprising, as the two main showrunners, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, they've been really busy with other Star Wars projects, namely The Bad Batch, which is airing right now, and obviously Dave Filoni is in charge of that, and he's doing a great job with it, I think. And then you have The Book of Boba Fett, which is right in the middle of production, like they're filming that right now, and they're actually aiming for The Book of Boba Fett Season 1 to come out at the end of this year, sometime in December, I think it is. However, because The Mandalorian was so successful, it is surprising and I guess a little bit disheartening that, we're seeing it being placed on the back burner. That it's not really been given the attention and the love and the care that it deserves. And now, especially because of Pascal's recent comments, they haven't even started filming or even, I guess, writing anything about Season 3. The story's not even complete yet. It makes those of us in the fan base who love The Mandalorian, we're even more weary that Season 3 might not even happen at all, which would be terrible. But before we get started, too far into this video, like always, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars content. Now, let's get into today's video. Okay, so because of Pedro Pascal's comments in this recent interview, a statement was issued that said that production would begin at the end of this year in 2021. Now, we have to take this with a grain of salt because Disney and Lucasfilm have done this in the past. They've told us that they have plans to start filming a movie or a show or anything like that, and then a ton of production issues happen, actors change out, directors get fired because of creative differences all the time. I mean, things are constantly changing. And I understand that that's kind of how the business works. I get it. Sometimes on movie sets, things change. Actors need to leave for whatever reason, but with Lucasfilm and, obviously especially Star Wars, it seems to happen at a more consistent basis than anywhere else in Hollywood. And it's kind of getting to the point, well, it's already a little bit annoying, because us as the fans, we want good Star Wars content, and we want it at a regular interval. So, I don't know, this could all just be a smokescreen, and Disney could really be not planning on going ahead with The Mandalorian Season 3, or they could be telling the truth and they're really going to start production at the end of this year right after they get done filming The Book of Boba Fett, which is, again, what I think more likely going to happen, but it's still up in the air. There's actually a lot of factors as to why The Mandalorian wouldn't be filming right now, but it's still a little bit concerning. Either way, whether it's happening or not, we're not going to see anything from The Mandalorian at least for a while. Way later than we had hoped. I mean, The Mandalorian usually releases around October or November, I think. It's usually before December. But that is not going to happen this year. So that's disappointing. We know this. But there could be a bright spot to all of this. And that bright spot is Gina Carano. So we all know that Gina Carano was let go of Lucasfilm, and that happened, several months ago now. But she is still hanging around, and she is not completely given up on her character of Cara Dune. This is very apparent by all of her posts on social media, all the fan base that is still surrounding her and everything like that. She is still very involved and very popular within the Star Wars fandom, which is kind of rare for a character who's been killed off. I mean, there are a few beloved characters who still hang out and everything like that, but I feel like Gina Carano getting let go, for some reason, pushed her character of Cara Dune over the top. I feel like if Disney really wanted to get rid of Cara Dune, they wouldn't have made such a big public statement about it. They kind of would have just written her off in the script, we would have seen her die in like the first episode of Season 3 or something like that. But no, they made the mistake of kind of making her an acting martyr, so to speak, and so now she's gained all this new popularity and everything like that, and she's still hanging around, and she's even more prominent than she would have been if they would have just left her alone. So, I don't know, I mean, that's something to think about, Disney. Anyway, but them delaying The Mandalorian Season 3 could be a way for them to have some time to come up with a way to bring her character back. Now, I know that there's been a lot of talk about whether or not Cara Dune is going to come back. They canceled the Rangers of the New Republic show, and that was going to kind of be Cara Dune's flagship show, a branch off of The Mandalorian, and now that's canceled. However, with Dave Filoni now in charge of the creative storytelling side within the Star Wars universe, they could be delaying The Mandalorian, like I said, in order to give themselves some time to try and find a way to bring back Cara Dune, the character. Maybe they're waiting a few months for things to change at Lucasfilm. Maybe they're waiting a few months for, I don't know, things to calm down. Maybe they're going to slowly but surely announce that she will be back, and then we'll get some resolution as to what will happen with her character. I can tell you this, I know that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau work very well together, and I am sure that they respect one another's opinions when it comes to filmmaking and creative differences and all that stuff. I mean, that's what made The Mandalorian so great. It's that Jon Favreau had full control, more or less, over his show. So if Jon Favreau does have full control over the show and Dave Filoni okays it, I can absolutely see them bringing Gina Carano back to play Cara Dune. And this would again give them a chance to bring back Rangers of the New Republic and all the other plans that they had for this amazing character. So if The Mandalorian Season 3 does happen, then there is a very high chance that Cara Dune may make an appearance, especially now that it's been delayed or held back. And this would be awesome because, as I've said in previous videos before, Cara Dune's character, she's a great character, had great character development and all that stuff. She was going to have her own show with Rangers of the New Republic. That was a big integral part of the Filoniverse, or the set of shows that, you know, are going to be headed up by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. I guess we really need to change that now because the Filoniverse is going to be everything because Dave Filoni is now in charge of everything. Anyway. But I really just want to see The Mandalorian Season 3 be as good of a storytelling adventure as the first two seasons were. And again, I feel like Cara Dune is going to be an integral part of that. I could absolutely be wrong. I probably am. I'm wrong like 99% of the time. So, you know, take this with a grain of salt. However, I do still think that The Mandalorian Season 3 is going to happen. The Mandalorian is by far the most successful show on Disney+. It's not even close. And although they have a plethora of shows lined up, like, you know, The Bad Batch, which is airing right now, Kenobi, The Acolyte, The Book of Boba Fett, which again is in production, they are still going to need to take care of their first project, the project that introduced the Disney Plus world into Star Wars. I mean, I'm just thinking, Pedro Pascal, he's a very talented actor, as is everyone who was participating in the show. The cast and crew, it was all wonderful. I mean, they won tons of awards for it as well, and they racked in a ton of money. And we all know that Disney loves money. So I just think that they're going to continue it. Not to mention all the storylines that are still open, like, what is going to happen with Grogu and the Jedi? Are we ever going to see him again, or is he just going to kind of be lost to the Star Wars timelines and we're going to have no idea what happens? Or what about Mandalore and the Darksaber with Moff Gideon and Bo-Katan? There is still so much left to explore, and there are so many more stories that need to be told. So honestly, I don't even know why they would cancel this show. I can kind of summarize or theorize why they might delay it, just acting conflicts and all that stuff. But I just feel like it's going to come back. Season 3 is still going to happen. The Mandalorian is still in rotation and everything like that, and I think that it may be better than we're thinking it's going to be right now, because Gina Carano has the potential to return and take up the mantle of Cara Dune once again. Anyway, that's it for today's short video. I seriously just want The Mandalorian to continue. Let me know down in the comments if you guys agree. Maybe you don't. Maybe you think that The Mandalorian should just end the way that it did. Maybe you don't want to see Gina Carano come back. Maybe you think it's too messy to bring her back. I'm interested in every single opinion that you guys have, so let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Also, if you liked what you saw today, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars content. It literally takes like 2 seconds to subscribe, and it means the world to me. Anyway, and remember to forever be a Star Wars fan.